Welcome back to ZE Coins. Today, we're going to talk about an extremely special and highly sought-after coin that's making waves in the numismatic community, the 1968 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime, asterisk, a coin that, believe it or not, has hit market values as high as $70, 600. Stick around as we explore its history, key features, why it's worth so much, and how you can determine if you have one of these hidden treasures in your own collection. Let's start by going back in time to the year 1968. The United States was going through a lot of changes, socially, politically, and even in its currency. But something unique happened in that year that led to the creation of a legendary mint error, a dime with a D mint mark that was struck on a 1-cent blank. You heard that right, this coin wasn't meant to exist. But when it comes to coin collecting, mistakes like these can turn into gold, well, figuratively, but sometimes even literally. This specific 1968 error occurred at the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark stands for Denver, one of the primary U.S. mint locations. It's responsible for creating a large portion of the coins in circulation. In 1968, while processing the usual coins, a major error occurred when a dime design was struck on a 1-cent blank, planchet, and this mistake went unnoticed at the time. So, how does a mistake like this even happen? Well, during the minting process, coins are struck using dies, which are designed for specific denominations and metals. But every once in a while, the wrong blank, or planchet, gets into the machinery. In this case, the machine accidentally struck a 1-cent blank using a dime die. Essentially, you got a coin that was supposed to be a dime, but it was made on a copper 1-cent planchet instead. What makes this error coin so fascinating is that the size and design of the coin are all consistent with a dime, but it has the copper color and the weight of a penny. It's like a hybrid between the two, making it a rare gem among collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth is this tiny coin worth as much as $70, 600? Well, the answer lies in its rarity in demand. Error coins like these are incredibly rare. We're talking about a coin that was never meant to exist, so only a handful of them have ever been found. The fewer coins there are in existence, the more valuable they become to collectors. And in the world of coin collecting, the right error can be worth a fortune. Over the years, as more people became aware of this particular error, the value skyrocketed. Coins like these are highly prized because they represent a unique piece of minting history. And when one comes up for auction, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own such a rare and significant coin. The first thing to look for is the date, 1968, and the Denver Mint's D Mint mark just above the date. This alone won't confirm if it's the error coin, but it's your first clue. A genuine 1968 D dime is made of a copper-nickel clad, meaning it's silver in color. But the error coin is copper-colored like a penny because it was struck on a 1-cent blank. If your dime looks more like a penny in color, you might be onto something. Another key difference is the weight. A regular 1968 dime weighs 2.27 grams, but the error coin, struck on a penny planchet, weighs about 3.11 grams. You'll need a scale to measure this accurately. If you think you found the real deal, the next step is to get the coin authenticated by a professional grading service like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They can certify the coin and help determine its value. As of 2024, the market value for a certified 1968 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime can range from $5,000 all the way up to $70, 600, depending on its condition and rarity. That's right, folks, this coin has been sold at auction for upwards of $70, 600. The better the condition, the more likely collectors are to bid higher. Mint state or uncirculated coins fetch the biggest prices. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins and are thinking of selling, major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or online marketplaces such as eBay and Great Collections are good places to start. But make sure it's certified and authenticated, otherwise, collectors might not take your listing seriously. And there you have it. The 1968 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime is a remarkable era coin with a fascinating story, and its value continues to amaze collectors worldwide. If you think you might have one hiding in your collection, now's the time to dig through those old coins. You never know, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of rare coins and collectibles. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin in your collection? Who knows, maybe we'll feature it in a future video. We're talking about one of the most valuable dimes ever discovered, the 1966 No Mint Mark dime. That's right, this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, and in today's video, we'll be looking at its history, why it's so valuable, and the incredible price it's selling for today. So, let's dive right in. To understand the significance of the 1966 No Mint Mark dime, we first need to take a quick look back in time. In 1966, the United States was still recovering from a major coinage crisis that had started in the early 1960s. Back in 1964, the government decided to remove silver from most circulating coins due to a shortage of the precious metal and rising costs. So, by 1965, the U.S. Mint had switched to minting dimes, quarters, and half dollars using a copper-nickel-clad composition instead of 90% silver. However, the transition period wasn't as smooth as you might think. It was during this time that certain irregularities began to show up in coins, including some of the dimes minted in 1966. This brings us to the subject of today's video, the rare and valuable 1966 No Mint Mark dime. So, what exactly is a No Mint Mark coin? Usually, coins minted in the United States have a small letter indicating where they were minted. For example, a coin minted in Denver would have a D, while one from San Francisco would have an S, but in 1966, something different happened. During this period, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with certain measures to prevent coin hoarding. One of these decisions was to eliminate mint marks entirely on certain coins minted between 1965 and 1967. That means, technically, a 1966 dime without a mint mark isn't an error coin, it was intentional. But here's where things get interesting. While many 1966 dimes were minted without mint marks, there's a small subset of these coins that have become highly valuable due to their condition, rarity, and unique features that make them stand out to collectors. Now you might be wondering, what makes this 1966 dime worth tens of thousands of dollars? Let's break it down. The first factor is the condition of the coin. A coin's condition is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, known as the Sheldon scale. Coins that are uncirculated and have a high grade, especially in the range of 65 to 70, are considered more valuable. Many of the 1966 dimes that have surfaced in near-perfect condition have fetched enormous prices because they are so well preserved. The second factor is unique features. Some of these coins have sharp, clear strikes, and others have slight variations or errors that occurred during the minting process, which adds to their value. Collectors pay big money for these rare anomalies. And finally, rarity is a huge factor. While millions of dimes were produced in 1966, only a small percentage of those remain in pristine, collectible condition today. And even fewer of them possess the specific characteristics that drive up their market value. Alright, here's the part you've been waiting for, just how much is the 1966 No Mint Mark dime worth today? Well, in recent years, some of these dimes have sold for staggering amounts at auction. In fact, one of the highest recorded sales for a 1966 No Mint Mark dime was a whopping $78,600. Can you believe that? This particular coin was graded MS-68, which is near the top of the grading scale. Its pristine condition and sharp details made it highly desirable to collectors, resulting in a bidding war that drove the price sky high. As of today, the market value for a 1966 No Mint Mark dime can still range between $20,000 and $80,000, depending on the coin's condition and any unique characteristics. If you happen to own one or come across one in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, how do you know if the dime in your collection is the real deal? Let's go through a few quick tips on how to identify a valuable 1966 no mint mark dime. First, examine the condition of the coin. Look for minimal wear and tear. The fewer scratches, dents, or signs of circulation, the better. Next, check the coin's design details. A valuable 1966 dime will have crisp, well-defined features, such as the torch on the reverse side and Roosevelt's profile on the obverse. And finally, if you think you have a winner, it's always a good idea to get your coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. They can provide you with an official grade and a certification, which will help determine the coin's market value. Who knew that a tiny, unassuming dime from 1966 could be worth so much? The key takeaway here is that coin collecting can be full of surprises. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's always worth checking those old coins you've got stashed away. You never know, that 1966 dime sitting in your change jar might just be worth a life-changing amount of money. And if you think you found a rare 1966 no mint mark dime, let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1969 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, a coin with a captivating history and a jaw-dropping current market value of over $62,600. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent dime could fetch you a fortune if you happen to own the right one. So buckle up as we explore everything you need to know about this rare gem, from its origins to its present-day market value. Before we dive into why this coin is so valuable, let's first break down the coin itself. The 1969 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime is from the United States Mint's Denver branch, as indicated by the D Mint mark. While the Denver Mint produced millions of dimes in 1969, a small number of coins produced that year had something very unusual about them. Let's rewind to 1969, a time of incredible political, social, and technological change in America. But amidst all that, the United States Mint was doing what it does best, minting millions of coins for everyday use. The Denver Mint was one of the leading facilities producing dimes, pennies, nickels, and quarters. But in a highly mechanized process that produces billions of coins each year, errors can occur. Some of these mistakes can result in very rare and highly valuable coins. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about this 1969 D dime? Well, it's not just any dime. A small batch of these dimes were struck with a 1-cent design, or what is known as a mule error. Yes, you heard that right. A mule error is when two mismatched dies, one for a dime and one for a penny, are accidentally paired together to produce a coin that was never meant to exist. This particular error created what is now known as the 1969 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime mule error coin. This error led to a dime-sized coin that featured a design typically found on a penny, making it a one-of-a-kind collector's item. The Denver Mint would usually never allow this, but a few of these coins slipped through the cracks. This minting mistake has made the 1969 D mule error one of the rarest and most valuable coins in circulation today. Coin experts speculate that only a handful of these coins exist, making them incredibly rare. In fact, these types of errors are so unusual that collectors around the world go to great lengths to track them down. Coins like this one become the crown jewels of any collection, mainly because minting errors are so hard to come by. Now, if you happen to come across a 1969 D 1-cent dime, don't get too excited just yet. The coin's value depends heavily on its condition, also known as its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A higher grade means the coin is in better condition, with fewer imperfections or signs of wear. For instance, a coin graded at MS 65 or higher, meaning mint state, with very few flaws, will be worth significantly more than one in poorer condition. In 2023, one of these 1969 D mule error coins was sold at auction for a whopping $62,600. That's right, a simple 1-cent dime mistake turned into a small fortune. So, how do you know if you've got one of these ultra-rare coins sitting in your collection or change jar? First, check the date. The coin should have the year 1969 stamped on it, along with the D Mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint. But here's the kicker, you'll also notice the coin has an unusual design because it's a 1-cent design on a dime-sized coin. If you're lucky enough to have one of these, you might want to consider getting it professionally graded and appraised. Even if it doesn't fetch the highest grade, its rarity alone could still make it incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk about market value. As of today, in 2024, the most recent auction of this rare coin sold for over $62,600. However, the value can fluctuate depending on demand in the market, the coin's condition, and the number of these coins that eventually surface. Coins in lower grades might sell for less, but they could still easily bring in thousands of dollars. Even a coin with noticeable wear could sell for tens of thousands. If you happen to have one in mint condition, well, let's just say you're sitting on a goldmine. Why are these error coins like the 1969 D 1-cent dime so valuable? It's simple, rarity and demand. The rarer a coin, the more collectors will pay for it. And when it comes to error coins, collectors go wild because these coins are essentially once-in-a-lifetime finds. The 1969 D Mule error is a perfect storm of rarity, history, and intrigue. If you think you've struck gold with one of these coins, your next step should be getting it appraised. Reach out to professional numismatists or auction houses that specialize in rare coins. They can help you verify the authenticity and grade of your coin. Once you've done that, you can explore selling it at auction or through online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Stack's Bowers. Remember, when selling rare coins, patience is key. Finding the right buyer can take time, but it can pay off in a huge way. We're going to talk about a truly unique coin that has recently caught the attention of collectors everywhere. We're talking about the 1970 D Mint Mark 1-cent dime coin, a coin so rare and valuable that one of them was auctioned for an incredible $56,600. That's right, a single dime. How did a coin worth 10 cents end up selling for so much? Well, today we'll cover everything you need to know, from the history of the coin to why it's worth so much in today's market. Stick around, because this story is truly fascinating. First, let's dig into the history of this 1970 D Mint Mark dime. As you may already know, the D Mint Mark stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities of the United States Mint. Now, 1970 was a pretty standard year for minting, and millions of dimes were produced. So, what makes this particular coin so special? The answer lies in a minting error that went completely unnoticed at the time. Minting errors are a common source of valuable coins, and collectors go wild for them. But this error was particularly unique. His coin, although meant to be a dime, was accidentally minted on a penny planchet, the copper alloy disc used to make pennies. Instead of the normal 10-cent silver composition, the coin was struck on a 1-cent blank. These types of minting errors are called off-metal errors, and they are exceedingly rare. Imagine getting a coin back in your change and noticing it was smaller, lighter, or a completely different color than other dimes. That's exactly what happened with this 1970 D error coin. So, how does a simple minting mistake turn a 10-cent coin into a $56,600 treasure? It all comes down to rarity and demand. This coin is so rare that only a handful of specimens have been discovered. To put it in perspective, hundreds of millions of dimes were minted in 1970, but only a few examples of this specific error exist today. In August 2016, one of these error dimes was sold at an auction for an astounding $56,600. The coin was in pristine condition, and its rarity sparked a bidding war among collectors. When a coin like this comes up, wealthy collectors know that it might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own such a piece of history. Now, you might be thinking, how can I find one of these rare dimes? Here's what to look for. The coin will have a D Mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver, instead of the usual nickel-clad copper, this dime will have the copper color of a penny. This is the most obvious difference. A standard dime weighs 2.27 grams, while a penny blank weighs about 3.11 grams. If your dime feels unusually heavy or you notice it's not quite the same size as other dimes, you might be holding one of these rare error coins. The coin should look like a normal Roosevelt dime, but if you notice the copper color, that's a huge red flag. This is what makes this error so valuable. But, just to clarify, if you think you found one of these error coins, make sure to get it authenticated by a professional coin grader, like the PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Certification is key to getting top dollar for a rare coin like this. So, what's the current market value of this 1970 D mint mark error dime? While one sold for $56,600 in 2016, the market for rare coins fluctuates. The value of these error coins can change based on factors like coins in better condition, especially those with a higher grade from PCGS or NGC, will fetch the highest prices. Right now, there's high demand for error coins, but the supply is extremely limited. This scarcity continues to drive prices up. Collectors are fascinated by rare errors, particularly when they involve something as common as a dime being struck on a penny blank. Given the rarity and desirability of this specific error, if you were to find one today in excellent condition, it could easily be worth tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even more than $56,600 depending on the state of the market. Now, you might be wondering, where can you find rare error coins like this? Here are a few places to keep an eye out. Believe it or not, some of the most valuable error coins are still out there in circulation. People often overlook these rare coins in their daily transactions. Sometimes people sell off collections without realizing what they have. You could stumble upon a treasure at a local estate sale or flea market. Sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections often feature rare coins, including error coins. But be careful, make sure you're buying from reputable sellers. Visiting a local coin shop or attending a coin show is a great way to meet knowledgeable collectors and dealers who can help you find rare coins like this. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1970 D mint mark 1-cent dime coin, a coin so rare and valuable that it's worth tens of thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems and incredible finds like this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. And hey, who knows, you might just find one of these error dimes hiding in your pocket change. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable error coins of modern times, the 1988 no mint mark dime. This unassuming little coin, which you might mistake for just another dime, could be worth a staggering $48,600 in today's market. How did a simple error turn this coin into a treasure? Let's find out. Before we zoom in on the 1988 no mint mark dime, let's quickly talk about the history of the U.S. dime and mint marks. The U.S. Mint began producing dimes, or 10-cent coins, back in 1796, and since then, they've evolved into the modern version we all know today, featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse, or front side. Now, every coin produced by the U.S. Mint is typically stamped with a mint mark. This tiny letter signifies where the coin was minted: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and occasionally, W for West Point. But what happens when a coin doesn't have a mint mark, even though it's supposed to? That's when things get interesting. In 1988, the Philadelphia Mint was responsible for producing millions of dimes. Normally, dimes minted in Philadelphia after 1980 should have a P mint mark on them. However, due to a rare minting error, some 1988 dimes were released without this crucial mint mark. How did this happen? It's believed that a small number of dies, the metal pieces used to strike the design onto blank coins, were mistakenly made without the P mint mark. These error coins escaped into circulation, and collectors didn't notice this oddity for years. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors for a few reasons. First, they're rare. In the case of the 1988 no mint mark dime, only a handful of these coins are known to exist, which makes them incredibly scarce. Scarcity drives up value. Second, error coins represent a moment in time when something went wrong at the mint, whether it's a misaligned die, double strike, or in this case, a missing mint mark. These errors tell a unique story, and collectors love owning a piece of that history. So, why is this little dime commanding such a jaw-dropping price today? As of 2024, one of these rare 1988 no mint mark dimes was sold at auction for an astonishing $48,600. But what led to such a high price tag? First, rarity. With only a small number of these dimes in existence, the supply is extremely limited. Second, condition. The coin that fetched $48,600 was graded in near-perfect condition by professional coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A high-grade coin in uncirculated condition is worth far more than a worn coin that's been in circulation. The coin that sold for $48,600 was graded as MS-67, which means it's nearly flawless. A coin in lower condition, like an MS-60, would still be valuable but would sell for significantly less. It's the combination of rarity and pristine condition that drives this incredible price. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for: how can you tell if you've got a valuable 1988 no mint mark dime in your pocket? It's simple. Look closely at the front of the dime, just above the date. Normally, you'd see a small, peak mint mark there if the coin was minted in Philadelphia. But if there's no mint mark at all, you might be holding one of these rare error coins. However, be sure to examine the coin carefully. Coins from before 1980 didn't have mint marks at all, so make sure you're looking specifically at 1988 dimes when hunting for this error. If you think you found a 1988 no mint mark dime, congratulations. But before you rush off to sell it, there are a few steps you should take to ensure you get the most value. First, have the coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade will significantly boost its value. Next, consider where you want to sell the coin. Auction houses that specialize in rare coins often yield the highest prices, but you can also sell through online platforms like eBay, or to a private collector. Just be sure to have a professional appraisal before you set a price. Montage of other famous error coins, such as the 1955 double die Lincoln cent, 1969 S double die penny, and the 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf. The 1988 no mint mark dime isn't the only error coin that could make you a small fortune. Other famous examples include the 1955 double die Lincoln cent and the 1969 S double die penny, which have also sold for thousands of dollars. Keep an eye out for error coins in your change. They could be worth far more than their face value. So there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1988 no mint mark dime, a tiny error that turned a regular dime into a small fortune. Could you be carrying one of these rare coins in your pocket right now? Check your change, search your coin collections, and who knows, you might be the next person to cash in on this incredible find. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips, history, and market updates. Hit the bell icon to stay updated, and as always, happy hunting. We're going to dive deep into a very special coin that has left collectors buzzing with excitement, the 1991 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime. Believe it or not, some versions of this coin have been valued as high as $40,600. How did a seemingly ordinary dime become so valuable? Stick around to find out. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 P dime is an American coin minted by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, which is where the P Mint mark comes from. The P mark, as many of you know, is used to indicate that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, one of the key mints in U.S. coin production. Now, when people think of dimes, they generally don't think of massive wealth. After all, dimes are just worth 10 cents, right? Well, in most cases, that's true. However, not all dimes are created equal. In fact, some rare errors and variations in dimes can make certain coins worth significantly more than face value, and that's where the 1991 P dime enters the picture. The 1991 Roosevelt dime was part of the long-standing Roosevelt series, which has been produced since 1946 to honor the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. These dimes are made from a blend of copper and nickel, also known as cupronickel, as opposed to the 90% silver that was used in earlier dimes before 1965. By 1991, the design of the dime had remained virtually unchanged for decades. So, what makes the 1991 P dime so special? In this case, the value doesn't come from silver or gold content, but from something much more unexpected, a minting error. One of the key reasons certain 1991 P dimes have become highly valuable is because of a rare minting error that occurred during production. To be clear, not all 1991 P dimes are valuable, most are worth just their standard 10 cents. However, a small number of these coins were struck on penny or cent planchets instead of the standard dime planchets. That's right, a dime was accidentally struck on a smaller, copper-colored 1 cent coin blank. A standard dime is smaller than a penny, measuring about 17.91 millimeters in diameter compared to the penny's 19.05 millimeters. So, when a dime is struck on a penny blank, it doesn't fit properly, creating a coin with unusual features like incomplete edges or uneven designs. Dimes are typically made from cupronickel, while pennies are made primarily from copper-plated zinc. The difference in materials makes the error coins stand out due to their color and weight. The 1991 P dimes struck on cent planchets have a more copper-like appearance, rather than the standard silver-colored dime. These rare error coins are what collectors are going wild for, and it's not just because of their unusual appearance, it's because they're exceptionally rare. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. The fewer examples of a particular coin or error, the higher its value. Only a handful of 1991 P dimes struck on cent planchets are known to exist, which makes them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. As with all coins, the condition of the 1991 P dime plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are in mint state or have been graded highly by professional services like PCGS or NGC fetch significantly higher prices than coins that show signs of wear. Error coins are a niche but very popular area of coin collecting. When a mistake happens during the minting process, whether it's a double strike, misalignment, or, in this case, a wrong planchet, the resulting coins can become incredibly valuable. Collectors love these oddities because they're like pieces of history where something unusual went wrong. Now let's talk about the current market value of these rare error coins. As of 2024, the value of a 1991 P dime struck on a penny planchet can vary widely depending on the coin's condition and rarity. Coins in better condition, graded as MS65 or higher, have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. For example, in one recent auction, a 1991 P dime with this rare mint error sold for an astounding $40,600. That's right, a tiny 10-cent coin sold for the price of a new car, or even a down payment on a house. And prices for these error coins are only expected to increase as more collectors look to add them to their collections. Now you might be wondering, could you have one of these valuable error coins sitting in your pocket or piggy bank right now? It's not impossible. So, here's how to identify a 1991 P dime struck on a penny planchet. The easiest way to spot one of these error dimes is by its color. Unlike the typical silver color of a dime, these error coins will have a more coppery, reddish hue because they were struck on a penny blank. These dimes will also have a slightly different size and may show signs of the design not fitting perfectly on the smaller penny planchet. Look for incomplete or distorted edges. Of course, the coin should have the P mint mark, indicating that it was struck in Philadelphia. A regular dime weighs about 2.27 grams, but a penny weighs slightly more at 2.5 grams. This slight difference in weight can help confirm whether or not your dime was struck on a penny planchet. If you think you found one, it's a good idea to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service to determine its value. So, there you have it. The story of how a simple 1991 mint mark dime can turn into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. What started as a minting mistake has now become a prized possession for collectors around the world. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for those rare error coins. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden fortune in your pocket change. *. We have something truly special, a 2017 mint mark 1-cent dime coin that's currently valued at a jaw-dropping $32,600. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that most of us have probably overlooked is now worth a small fortune. But how did this happen? What's the story behind this coin? And most importantly, how can you spot one of these valuable coins in your own collection? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know everything about this rare coin, its fascinating history, and why it has become one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. Before we dive into the details of the 2017 mint mark 1-cent dime, let's quickly cover how the U.S. Mint works and why mint marks are important. Coins produced in the United States come from several different mint facilities, the most famous being in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mints places a unique mark on the coins they produce. That little letter you see on coins, like P, D, or S, tells you which mint made that particular coin. Now, Philadelphia is the oldest mint, and traditionally, coins produced there didn't always carry the P mint mark, especially on pennies and dimes. However, this changed in 2017, which is why this particular coin is so special. So, what's the big deal about the 2017 mint mark on the dime? It all started with the U.S. Mint's celebration of its 225th anniversary in 2017. To commemorate the occasion, the Philadelphia Mint did something unusual. They added a P mint mark to the 1-cent coin for the first time ever. That was a huge moment in U.S. numismatic history because it marked the first time a P appeared on a penny since the Philadelphia Mint started producing coins in 1793. Now, the dime also got this special P mint mark that year, which is where things get interesting. Most people didn't think much of it at the time, but a few sharp-eyed collectors noticed something strange about certain 2017 dimes that came out of circulation. These particular dimes were special error coins, and error coins are the golden goose of coin collecting. So, why is this 2017 dime worth $32,600, while others are worth just a few cents? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. There are two factors that make a coin valuable in the world of numismatics: rarity and errors. Some 2017 dimes have a minting error, which means something went wrong during the coin's production. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned edges. The specific error in this case is rare enough to make it a must-have for serious collectors. The condition or grade of the coin is crucial. Coins that are still in pristine condition, what's known as mint state, fetch significantly higher prices. This particular dime, graded at MS-68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, is essentially flawless, making it extremely desirable to collectors. Although the P mint mark was new in 2017, the error dimes produced were very limited in number, which adds to their scarcity. The rarer a coin, the more valuable it becomes. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable dimes in my pocket or collection? Well, the first step is to check your 2017 dimes for that all-important P mint mark. It'll be located just above the date on the front of the coin. If you find a 2017 dime, take a close look at its condition. Is it in great shape? Any visible errors? If you notice any unusual features, like a double die or off-center strike, then you could be holding a valuable error coin. Your next step should be getting the coin professionally graded. This will give you an official evaluation and help determine its true market value. So, we know this rare 2017 P Mint Mark dime sold for an incredible $32,600 at auction, but what's the current market looking like for this coin? Well, as of today, these coins continue to be highly sought after, and their value has been steadily climbing. Depending on the condition, some collectors are willing to pay anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. If you're looking to sell, the best place to start is by having your coin graded by PCGS or NGC, the top two coin grading companies. After grading, you can either sell it through an auction house like Heritage Auctions or list it on popular numismatic marketplaces like eBay. Remember, a well-preserved coin can fetch a much higher price than one with a lot of wear and tear, so handle your coins carefully. To wrap things up, the 2017 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime is a modern-day treasure, and with its value sitting at over $32,600, it's a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can be worth a fortune. So, whether you're an experienced coin collector or just someone looking through pocket change, keep your eyes open. You never know what rare gems might be out there. Let me know in the comments if you found any interesting coins lately or if you have this 2017 P dime in your collection. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin-related content, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update on valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting.